a big number. Big numbers. Big numbers. Whole team counted. That's a big number.
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Here we go. 180!
65!
On first down, Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards right off the bat and a quick first down.
And the 49ers first down.
Here we go.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Pretty good start there on plays 1 and 2.
And not discriminating at all, is he? Make sure he's spreading it around on the first 2 throws of the game. 2 different parts of the field as well.
Here we go.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Stay with your man.
Now a man who really stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Check, 47. Let's go, defense.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Alex Anzalone drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. On now is the 27-year-old rookie, Mitch Wisnowski, to punt. Back deep for the Saints is Ted Ginn. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at the 20.
Here we go.
This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 36 yards on the play.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side, but how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. To throw is Breeze. Looking long for Thomas. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. It's a gain of 35. Sometimes the one-handed catches are unnecessary, but he was trying to ward off the defender with the other, so maybe that was just a good play.
So that tells you that not only do they imagine those types of catches, they actually work on them with defenders jostling them in order to keep their concentration and haul it in.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now Breeze. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
From the 3-yard line once more. Now here's 3rd and goal.
Defense wins championships, baby.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. D Ford has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Garoppolo now. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? They were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep and you catch him close to the spot.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass.
Big stop, let's go.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. This is intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. And Gibbs got it. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Breeze to another longtime vet, Ginn, for the New Orleans first.
For the Saints, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Ready? You ready? You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. And brought in by the tight end Cook. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a gain of 16 yards.
Jared Cook is a guy who's been around the NFL. He's been with the Titans, the Rams, the Packers. In the last 2 years in Oakland, now he makes a move to the Big Easy, where he pairs with Drew Brees and forms a nice little threat.
54 Mike. Get him! Get him! Get him!
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
Ready for the 2nd quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Ready? 95-56. I'm coming. I'm coming.
Throwing on 2nd down. Breeze spinning away. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. That's on the 2nd-round pick, Eric McCoy from Texas A&M. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Out of the gun, Hill. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Brings up 3rd and 13.
5-9. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. All day, baby. All day. All day. All day.
Shotgun now for Breeze. That is caught. Traquan Smith. Touchdown, Saints. Traquan Smith, his second touchdown on the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Looks good on the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
At the 23-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is just going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Garoppolo. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Cameron Jordan, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Ginn. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Kill. Hey, easy.
Stay at home. Stay at home. Stay at home. Right there. 50.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Breeze. And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
The Saints spent a 3rd-round pick on Traquan Smith out of UCF in 2018, and what a thrilling season for him. He was the guy that caught the pass from Drew Brees that moved him past Peyton Manning to become the all-time leading passer in NFL history.
Throwing on 1st down is Breeze. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards there, good for a Saints 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Kill.
On the ground, this is Kamara. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Set. 10-2 stop. Shoot.
A shotgun snap for Hill. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
San Francisco.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, only thing larger than his name is wingspan as he knocks that one away.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
The Niners on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Breeze now on first down. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. But yes, Michael Thomas is a volume receiver, but he can also make some really big plays, especially with Drew Brees throwing the football.
I love the way you described it. Volume receiver who could also make big plays. In other words, if you underestimate him, he'll run past you or he'll just jump over the top of you and continue to make those big plays.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, a run with Breida.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Here we go. 180. 56. Watch the run. Watch the run.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Now it's Ginn. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. They've gone to the 2nd quarter in Buffalo. And the Bills have now opened up a 2-touchdown lead. And we'll be sure to keep an eye on that one as we go along here. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taysom Hill, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point. And the rout is on here in this first half. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah.
They've got his man complete. Past the 20, 10, touchdown, 49ers. Emmanuel Sanders, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Breeze going to throw. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Breeze now, 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10.
Just like that. Back, back, back. You kill.
The final shot before half for Breeze. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he's taken down inside the 30. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick.
There we go.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D. Ford in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Flushed out right. And his throw is incomplete. Traquan Smith, the intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Throwing now is Breeze. And that will be incomplete. Had to pass there, third and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for third and short, because when it's third and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
At their own 42-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Here we go.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch.
Here we go, 21.
Check. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He's got him in. Complete. And all the way down to the 37. They knew they had the free play after the penalty. They get great yardage so they can decline that penalty.
And one of the things we've seen develop more and more in recent years are teams seeing that penalty occur and still taking the big shot downfield and hoping to gain the yardage as we just saw there. They practice it, they work on it, and this time they're successful.
54 Mike. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come.
Easy, opposite.
Breeze now on 1st down. Now he's forced out right. He's going to take off with it. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Ready, 95, 56.
Mike 5-4. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Mike 54.
A 10th carry for Kamara. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Here we go. 180.
Check flag 47. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Matt Breida out of the backfield, but now it'll be 3rd down. He has still not connected on a single pass in this second half.
And right now they're going through all the different reasons, the whys, the wherefores. Bottom line, got to find some completions in there and get their offense moving.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And he hits his running back, Tevin Coleman. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
First down, 49.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. Garoppolo now. 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Garoppolo on the draw to Coleman. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Well, remember, Tevin Coleman was in the two-headed backfield in Atlanta during his 4 years there, along with Devontae Freeman. Now he joins a crowded backfield in San Francisco. But in Atlanta, he played under offensive coordinator Kyle Shanahan, and then, of course, Shanahan becomes a 49er head coach, and he made it a point to go out and snag his former running back because he really likes his 26-year-old ball carrier. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
First down, San Francisco.
Here we go.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
It's a party now. It's a party now.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
Here's Coleman on the draw. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skills showing the power, but just not much room to operate. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at the Saints' 8-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Let's go, defense.
See open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against the zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. The quick slant caught. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
Here we go. Yeah. Tight end left. 4 down.
It's Coleman here. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
It's to 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Breida. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. Got to figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal.
47 Mike.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. They run with Breida, and he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They run it again with Kamara. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Here we go, here we
The
go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. He's going to look deep down the field. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he won't get to the marker as they're going to stop it for a 2nd straight play right at the line of scrimmage.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Now Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this defense will take over right at midfield. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. From midfield, here's Breeze. Well, this is caught by Ginn. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Let's make these
Running with Kamara. Takes this to the 45. Not much space there after the nice move.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Saints on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Again, it's Kamara. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
On first down, Breeze. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. D. Ford racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And Kamara has it stripped. And Thomas seems to be in some pain. He's still on the ground. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Saints on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and a mile. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
Let's go.
At their own 12-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory. But the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And it brings up 3rd down.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. And, Charles, you look at this offense, their struggles moving the ball well documented. Dead last in the NFL in first downs, but signs of life there.
Yeah, and you and I do, I think, a really good job of respecting the game and respecting the teams. But this squad, they're in position now where their fan base gets excited when they pick up a first down. They cheer almost like they picked up a touchdown.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
It's just me and you.
Coleman. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. He finds McKinnon. Complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. Well, that's a combination that 49er fans are happy to see. Garoppolo to McKinnon, and they want to see a lot of it. They didn't get to witness it at all last year. Remember, McKinnon got injured before the season began. But you think back to his final year in Minnesota in 2017, had almost 1,000 yards of total offense, a lot of those on the receiving end of things. He is definitely a weapon out of the backfield like we just saw. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 2nd and 5 now. Garoppolo, and that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. To throw is Garoppolo. He's going to let it fly. He will find his receiver, Pettis, for a 49ers touchdown. Dante Pettis, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
Break it down, fellas. Break it down.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Right there.
Breeze is looking to throw. His throw incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn. But now it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Here we go,
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Here we go.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. 11.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Now a desperation throw deep. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, the rookie from Florida. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
The Saints take over first and 10.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And they'll indeed take a knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long. Drew Brees with a kneel down, and that ought to do it.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for New Orleans, they'll take them when they can get them right about now as a victory moves their record to 2-11 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, it's another week to forget as they're going to fall to 1-12 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.